coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News starts now.
Another possible hog farm in mid-Missouri has people on their toes. Good evening, I'm Blake Salmon.
And I'm Jordan Berger. A group of Cooper County residents are coming together to run their own hog farm in response to a possible concentrated animal feeding operation, or CAFO, coming to town. KOMU 8's Eric Graves spoke with the group about the benefits it has on the community.
Clearly, we're Farm LLC, which is Farming Alliance of Rural Missouri.
Farm LLC has a few goals in mind, and it all starts with good meat.
We want to know where our pork comes from and show the difference what the way hogs are supposed to be raised on dirt with free rein, plenty of room to run around, versus being able to stand up and lay down. You know what you're actually getting whenever you have a hog that's actually dirt raised, and you know where it comes from.
Beside better meat, Farm LLC is also concerned about those close to it.
We're worried about feeding our neighbors. And then when we worry about feeding our neighbors, and then they can worry about feeding their neighbors, and so on and so forth.
Williams knows the benefits go beyond good meat and happy neighbors.
Whenever I talk about family farm, our community is a family here. And that's the one good thing about this whole deal, is it has brought us together, a tighter community than we were before.
Reporting in Tipton, Eric Graves, KOMU 8 News.
Williams says they have several restaurants interested in their hogs, and he hopes to expand the operation in the future. KOMU 8 reached out to Gibson Farm, where the CAFO is supposed to be built, and did not get a response.
A Missouri lawyer is filing a lawsuit against the non-for-profit Anew Missouri. The organization is closely linked to former Governor Greitens' election campaign. Elad Gross filed the petition in the Cole County Circuit Court on Friday. This comes after the Missouri House panel dropped its subpoena for information on the non-for-profit and the Greitens campaign in early July. Anew Missouri has received public scrutiny after being considered, quote, a dark money organization. Dark money is when a public institution receives money without revealing the donor's name. Gross says he's not only interested in who is donating, but also where the money is going.
It's also interesting to see how those organizations are spending their money, and it looks like a lot of folks are connected to each other in interesting ways. So we're also working on exposing the network of folks who are working on this, the ways they operate, and how that money is funneled into Missouri, especially from folks who are not from Missouri.
Gross says he plans on publicly publishing any illegal wrongdoing found by the court. Now, KOMU reached out to Anew Missouri for comment, but they have not yet gotten back to us.
We have new details after a shooting in Pulaski County last night took a man's life. Police were dispatched to Brownsville Road in Crocker, Missouri. Police found 23-year-old Lane Kennedy with a gunshot wound and dead at the scene. Police identified the suspect as 45-year-old Ian Miller. Miller is charged with murder in the first degree and armed criminal action. He's booked at the Pulaski County Jail on bond. MU has set the standard high for energy efficiency. Recent statistics show MU has cut down greenhouse gas emissions by over half since 2008 and has also saved more than $85 million in electricity since the start of its energy conservation program back in 1990. The director of energy management for campus facilities says they've done a lot to try and be an example nationwide.
Many universities, college universities, and businesses are incorporating energy conservation in their plans to reduce energy consumption and become more sustainable. University of Missouri has just been doing it for a long time, and we've been very successful at it.
The university was given the Mayor's Climate Protection Award back in May and has been recognized by the EPA's Green Power Partnership. The structural implosion of a Kansas City hotel took place this afternoon. Take a look at this. A crew drilled more than 2,000 holes on the first, third, and sixth floors of the tower to roughly fill with 500 pounds of dynamite, and then it came down. The hotel had been abandoned by the owner. The city says it saw persistent problems with thieves and homeless people.
Protesters are gathered in Tornillo, Texas again today, where migrant children are being held. Thousands rallying across the country are demanding that migrant families be united. Now, President Trump hit back on Twitter saying those who invade our country should be sent back home without a court hearing. NBC's Jennifer Johnson has the story.
Protesters in Tornillo, Texas, where migrant children are being held, demanding they be reunited with their parents.
It's not right. It's immoral.
Tornillo, one of several protests across the U.S.
I'm a proud American, but I'm ashamed of my president.
There are over 2,000 children now in federally funded facilities across the country, many separated from their parents at the border, some parents already deported. The Senate's top Democrat is demanding the Trump administration appoint a czar now to help reunite those families.
The situation created by zero tolerance has left many people with zero confidence that the administration will be able to quickly unite the kids.
President Trump hit back on Twitter, saying we cannot allow all of these people to invade our country, and those who do should be sent back without a court hearing. The president told Republicans not to waste their time on immigration reform until after the November elections, but the House and Senate are moving forward.
I did talk to the White House yesterday. They say the president's still 100% behind us.
Other lawmakers doubt that.
They had the wall in their hand, and they let it go because they wanted more. That's one of the problems, is we never know where the goal line is.
Lawmakers say they may pass a smaller immigration bill first, dealing with family separation, if a comprehensive reform bill fails.
That was NBC's Jennifer Johnson reporting. Now, a compromise bill is still being worked on in the Senate, but the House is expected to vote on its immigration bill later this week. People are speaking out after White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders was asked to leave the Red Hen restaurant in Virginia on Friday. Yesterday, Sanders tweeted she was asked to leave by the owner of the Red Hen restaurant because she works for the president. Now, many spectators and protesters stood outside the Virginia restaurant to express their concern about the event. Some believe the owner's actions were biased and inappropriate, while others condoned the behavior.
It's discrimination. You know, the Democrats think they got the only voice in this country, and they don't. I mean, you know, they need to respect everybody else's views, and they want to turn service away to people that think differently than they think. Then my suggestion is they need to move out of this.
Sanders says she politely left the restaurant after being asked to do so, but she believes the event Friday said far more about the owner of the restaurant than it did about her.
Thousands of people around the country paraded through the streets today for the annual Pride celebrations, celebrating the LGBTQ community. In Seattle, thousands gathered for the city's 44th annual Pride Parade, weaving through downtown streets with colorful floats and banners. In Minneapolis, the official Twin Cities Pride Festival took place in downtown this weekend with exhibitor booths, food vendors, free concerts, and a parade. And San Francisco also celebrated Pride this weekend, wrapping up with the events, with Sunday's events and colorful Pride Parade in March through the heart of the city. A Jefferson City teen will be competing in this summer's CrossFit Games. 17-year-old Noah Casey was chosen to be one of only 20 16 and 17-year-olds from all over the world to compete in this year's Games. It's the third time Noah has competed in the Games. He said it's incredible to see how far he's come.
I like to look back and see how far I've come. Like, I think it's funny. Last year, I was looking at the previous year, and it was like, wow, I've grown a lot. And now I'm looking at last year, and it's crazy how much I grow each year.
This year, the Games will take place August 1st through 3rd in Madison, Wisconsin. After the break, space travel for all. Why the president of SpaceX say it's closer than you think. That and more coming up on KMU8 News at 9.
And seasonal weather has definitely been the factor here to start off summer, but that's about to change. We have a heat wave on the way this week. But first, we have some showers and thunderstorms to talk about. I have your full forecast for the week ahead right after the break.
Always know what's coming ahead of the storm. Download the free KOMU8 weather and traffic app for your phone and tablet.
We were struck by a drunk driver, rear-end collision. I ended up having surgery 5 days later. They were very driven, and results with all of them combined together, it just made the best team for my case. I definitely got the results that I needed.
Quick, what's the first thing you think of when you need health care? We want it to be Family Health Center, primary and preventive care for the whole family. Think of us first when you get sick, need an annual checkup, for newborn and pediatric care, chronic disease management, immunizations, or referral to a specialist. We take all major insurance plans and offer discounts for those who qualify. Plan now for good health. Family Health Center, now with 2 convenient Columbia locations to meet all of your primary care needs. Family Health Center, health and care within reach.
On Friday, June 29th, we're bringing the beach to the ballpark. It's Margaritaville theme night at Busch Stadium. Fans who purchase a special theme ticket receive a one-of-a-kind Margaritaville-inspired T-shirt. Join your fellow Parrotheads for a fantastic pregame party, including a concert by the Jimmy Buffett tribute band, the Boat Drunks. This package is only available by purchasing a special theme ticket. For tickets and more information, head to Cardinals.com/theme.
If you've been injured and need legal representation, contact the team at Carson & Coyle.
Many firms can get you some type of settlement.
At Carson & Coyle, we're prepared to try every case, and the insurance companies know it.
Our personal injury and workers' compensation attorneys have the experience you need and work hard at getting you the compensation you deserve.
For over 50 years, we have built our reputation here in mid-Missouri, with offices in Jefferson City and Columbia to better serve you. At Carson & Coyle, we are dedicated to protecting your legal rights.
Up to 70% off. What a sale. The 4th of July sale at Slumberland. It's a good life.
They just are very patient and took the time to take all our worries and kind of bring them on herself and just give us more peace of mind with what we're going through. And they just do everything in a timely manner. They really actually care about their clients.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by the law firm of Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer. We will fight for you.
Welcome back to KMU8 News at 9 o'clock here on Mid-Missouri CW. A time-lapse from the Columbia Regional Airport today. You can see some clear sky to start off the day, and that helped temperatures warm up into the 80s. And some cloud cover arrived there in the afternoon, and beautiful clouds, though, passing through. Just a few brief showers and thunderstorms here as well. And otherwise, we're left with partly to mostly cloudy skies for the rest of our night. Temperatures now down into the 70s, 76 in Columbia. It's still about 96 there in San Angelo, Texas. So it's definitely so warm to our southwest, and that heat is on the way. It's going to be here in a couple days, but we've been very cool, actually, to start off summer. Summer officially started here on Thursday when we went from 93 on Wednesday to 78 then to start off summer. We were below average for 2 days. Now we've been seasonal for 2 days. We should be seasonal at least for one more day here tomorrow on Monday with a high temperature of about 83. Average this time of the year is 86. Then we start to get back above average into the lower 90s here on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then we're well above average at 98 there by Thursday. But if you calculate in the humidity that I'm also expecting, this is what we're actually feeling like here for the next couple days for the week ahead. We're feeling like mid-90s on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then, of course, the newsmaker is going to be Thursday, feeling close to 110 there with humidity, and then likely feeling in the lower 100s, around 100 degrees Friday through at least early next week, if not a little farther on. Now, looking at the past about 4 or 5 hours of live Doppler First Alert radar, you're seeing it's all pretty much cleared out at this point. So we're just mostly to partly cloudy here for the rest of our night, not expecting really much more rainfall for us. Otherwise, if we look back here and we look at the big picture, this is what we're expecting here. So we have a frontal boundary that's just right overhead at this point. It's fairly stationary. It's going to stay right overhead, give us more shower and thunderstorm activities for the next couple days, and we'll see some waves of energy move in here from the west. And then this cold front, you see it moving down here from Kansas down into parts of Texas. It's actually going to head our direction, but then it's going to turn into a warm front as it continues up to the north, and that's what's actually going to kind of sweep all of that heat from Texas. It's going to allow it to all kind of sweep into our area as that warm front moves up to our north there eventually, and that's what's really going to create that big heat wave by the end of this week, especially on Thursday there. So again, mostly to partly cloudy for the rest of our night tonight. Here's 8 a.m. tomorrow. We are likely going to be mostly to mainly cloudy all day long tomorrow, mainly dry before you head into the mid to late afternoon. By mid to late afternoon, we have some of these showers and thunderstorms expected to roll through. Some could be heavy at times as well as you head into the overnight hours, so something we'll be watching for. And then as you head into our Tuesday, I'm expecting a bit more sunshine. That's what's allowing us to warm up to about 90 on Tuesday, going from lower 80s tomorrow to around 90 on Tuesday because of that extra cloud cover. But that's also going to help to destabilize the atmosphere. Then that allows for another line of showers and thunderstorms to form up by late afternoon. As you can see, this is 5 p.m. and then roll through the area. Some could have some strong winds, heavy downpours, and maybe a little bit of hail with them too. So we'll be tracking that for you on Tuesday. But then that pushes out, and that's pretty much the end of our rainfall for the rest of the weekend, all weekend long. And then we're just left with a lot of heat and humidity for the rest of our week. Tonight, though, still warm and muggy for us. Temperatures down to about 68 only for our low temperature. Again, most of that rain's pretty much over for the rest of our night. Then 83 tomorrow. Some of those showers and thunderstorms moving back in by the late afternoon into the evening. Back up to 90 on Tuesday. We're dry again until the late afternoon and evening with some sunshine there too, warming us up a bit. Then we're back into the upper 90s on Thursday, feeling closer to 110, and then remain feeling like about 100 through the weekend.
Thanks, Kenton. Earlier this week, President Trump announced the creation of a Space Force as the 6th military branch. However, the private sector has been making progress for years. Now, battling for the top spot in the U.S. space dominance is the company SpaceX. CNBC's Morgan Brennan takes a look at where this cosmic company is headed.
Elon founded the company for us to do great things in space and ultimately plan a settlement and put people on Mars. So that's really the way we think of ourselves.
Space Exploration Technologies, SpaceX for short, has been racking up wins. Since last year, the company has successfully flown a dozen rocket boosters previously sent to space. In February, it made history when its Falcon Heavy became the most powerful rocket ever launched by a private company. And then made history again when 2 of its boosters returned to Earth. That ability to reuse hardware enables SpaceX to drive down costs, dramatically undercutting competitors, even as it turns a profit.
Now, longer term, both you and Elon have expressed this vision to see rocket launches that are as regular as airliner flights. When does that happen?
We launched 18 times last year, served the market. As I said, this year we'll launch just under 30, serving the market. And we're doing probably 60% of the launches 60% of the launches across the globe. So in order to launch every day, you have to have a lot more launches. And I think once we're flying people, that could actually be realized.
SpaceX is expected to begin carrying astronauts for NASA from U.S. soil to the International Space Station as soon as December. And development of an even more powerful rocket called the BFR is, according to Shotwell, on track to start sending humans to Mars in 2024.
I really want space exploration to be like what you see in the TV shows, Firefly, Battlestar Galactica, Star Wars. I want to meet other people, or whatever they call themselves. I think that really should be the ultimate goal. Mars is the stepping stone.
That new rocket is under development, expected to be in use within the next few years. Meantime, the company is building more of its workhorse vehicles, producing an engine per day and using cutting-edge manufacturing techniques like 3D printing.
That was CNBC's Morgan Brennan reporting. And if you're dreaming about going to space someday, you're in luck. SpaceX hopes to eventually reach the point where the average person could purchase a ticket to space.
Women in Saudi Arabia celebrate a historic victory by driving. More on this after the break.
To all the brave individuals who look out for us, your quality Ford dealers are looking out for you at the All-American Sales Event. Save on the 2018 Ford F-150 with best-in-class towing and payload and powerful fuel-efficient engines. And for all military members and first responders, get an extra $1,000 appreciation cash. That's Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now get 0 for 66 plus $3,300 cash back on F-150. Plus, eligible buyers get $1,000 appreciation cash. Only at your quality Ford dealers.
Red, white, and blue. In honor of our country and the flag, Bashinin' Furniture is having a red, white, and blue sale. All furniture throughout the whole store will be marked down with red, white, or blue tags. White tags save 10%. Blue tags save 15%. Red tags save 20%. Simple as that. Choose your furniture and see how much you save. Red, white, and blue sale going on now at Bashinin' Family Furniture in Loose Creek and for sales off Highway 5.
View local news, your first alert forecast, and local sports scores no matter where you are. Visit KOMU.com/mobile to get KOMU 8 News on your mobile phone.
You bought a gun to protect your family. What next? Without real training, you can still be in danger. At Target Masters, our instructors train with the nation's top defense experts, not just once, but every year. Our courses teach you how to defuse conflict, where carrying your firearm could get you arrested, when and when not to use deadly force, and what you must say to the police if you do. When you carry a gun, your life and your freedom are in your hands. Train with Target Masters and be sure.
You plan for everything in life, except the only thing that's for certain. Is it time for a frank discussion with your loved ones about final arrangements? It pays to discuss the details and the price when your family is not under stress. When you're ready, contact Bach Yeager Funeral Chapel. Tour our newly remodeled facilities. We're not big and corporate. you'll deal directly with our owners. Whether it's an affordable traditional service or a simple cremation, count on Bach Yeager Funeral Chapel. Personalized service with dignity, care, and respect.
Welcome back, everyone. Here's a look at the top stories from around the world. 25 people were injured when an explosion destroyed an apartment building last night in a western German city. Police said the explosion rocked the building shortly before midnight. People in surrounding homes ran outside into the street in a panic. Fire broke out in several parts of the apartment building. Authorities are investigating the cause of the explosion and had no comment when asked if the explosion could possibly be terror-related. Leaders of Germany, France, and about a dozen other European nations gathered in Belgium today for informal talks on migration issues. The European leaders spent the afternoon together in Brussels ahead of a full European Union summit that starts next Thursday. The arrival of more than 1 million people in Europe in 2015 exposed glaring deficiencies in asylum laws and Europe's ability to process a flood of migrants. The Israeli Prime Minister told his cabinet today that he held meetings with 2 senior members of the Trump administration over the weekend. Benjamin Netanyahu said he met Jared Kushner, Trump's senior advisor and son-in-law, along with Jason Greenblatt, the U.S. Special Representative for International Negotiations. He said they discussed the peace process and regional issues with a particular emphasis on the Gaza situation. Kushner and Greenblatt also met the leaders of Jordan, Qatar, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia during a week-long trip. And a historic moment for women in Saudi Arabia. Minutes after the world's last remaining ban on women driving was lifted today, women were in the driver's seat, steering their way through city streets. One woman said it was like a dream come true. She drove her daughters and husband to the grocery store.
It was really a very, very happy moment to get my Saudi driving license and that I will be hitting the road by myself and the roads in my country.
In the past, women who tried to drive faced arrest as women in other Muslim countries drove freely. Ken?
All right, here's a look at our SunSense numbers for the next 3 days. You're looking at, again, a scale from 1 to 11. We're going to be at a 5 tomorrow because of that extra cloud cover. Then a 9 on Tuesday, at least when we're seeing the sun, and a 9 on Wednesday, too.
And Carissa Schweizer ran her first professional race this afternoon. Find out when she crossed the finish line next in sports.
From a state-of-the-art fitness center to educational programming and social opportunities, everything about retirement living at the Village of Bedford Walk has been designed with you in mind. Visit us online at www.thevillageofbedfordwalk.com.
Toyota's Star Spangled Sales Event is here. Enjoy patriotic deals right now on your favorite Toyota models. Choose from the adventurous RAV4, the bold Camry, the family-friendly Highlander, the rugged Tacoma, and the fun Corolla. Don't wait. The Star Spangled Sales Event won't be around forever, and neither will these exceptional deals. Lease Corolla for $199 per month, including $1,750 lease bonus cash, or get $1,500 customer cash. Toyota, let's go places.
You can sweep it, you can scrub it, you can toss out the dirty governor, but you won't clean up Jefferson City with Josh Hawley around. After taking 50 grand, Hawley dragged his feet on investigating Greitens. Now Hawley's running from another dirty scandal, refusing to investigate an allegedly illegal pay-to-play scheme involving a donor who gave Hawley's campaign nearly $3 million. Josh Hawley, another politician we can't trust. SMP is responsible for the content of this advertising.
From a state-of-the-art fitness center to educational programming and social opportunities, everything about retirement living at the Village of Bedford Walk has been designed with you in mind. Visit us online at www.thevillageofbedfordwalk.com.
Now, from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU 8 Sports.
Hi, everyone. Carissa Schweizer is a 6-time NCAA national champion in distance running, but today she moved up a level, made her professional debut at the U.S. Outdoor National Track and Field Championships up in Des Moines, Iowa. Drake Stadium, the site. Schweizer against the heavy favorite Carolyn Houlihan, a fellow Iowan. And Schweizer started out towards the front of the pack in the top 3 to be exact. The field started out very slowly before it separated later on in the race. 10 minutes in, Schweizer made her move to the front to take the lead, and she would lead for the majority of the last half of the race, even had a bit of a margin between her and the others, but then Houlihan passed her up on the final lap, making a big move outside, and look at Houlihan finish so strongly ahead of the pack. Carissa Schweizer finished in third place with a time of 15:34. A big series for the St. Louis Cardinals that gave them a chance to gain ground in the National League Central resulted in today's ball game, Game 4 of a series with the Milwaukee Brewers. Cards had dropped the first two, but they won Saturday. Look to earn the series split with the Brewers. Retractable roof up at Miller Park open this afternoon for the final game of the series, and Christian Yelich opens up on this pitch. The young outfielder slugs one to left. It is gone. A home run. Brewers and Cards were tied at 1. Then in the fourth inning, Cards get going, 2 aboard, and Matt Carpenter drills one to center to drive home both runs. Cardinals had taken the lead at 3-2. Redbirds would not look back from there. Jose Martinez unloads a 3-run blast to left to make it 6-2 St. Louis. And then Harrison Bader tacks on an RBI with this shot into left. Cards blast the Brewers today 8-2 to gain a series split. Meanwhile, the Royals continue their struggles. They have lost now 9 of their last 10 games after getting swept with the Houston Astros. The defending world champions really put it to Kansas City today down in southeastern Texas. Garrett Cole, the former Pittsburgh ace, now with Houston, just adding to that starting rotation, held the Royals to a couple of runs today, and the offense for Houston really was the story in this ballgame. Second inning, Jose Altuve extends the Houston lead to 4-zip in the second. Astros in a big hole. Then Yuli Gurriel with a grand slam, 4 more on that one swing. Houston doubled its lead to 8 runs. Jason Hamill beat up on the mound for KC, dropped to 2-9. Lucas Duda is just off the disabled list for the Royals. He came back with a bang, this home run to right, but not nearly enough. 11-3, Houston hammers Kansas City. And that's sports.
$444 down could deliver a car during the J.D. Byrider July 4th event. For just $444 down, you'll find great cars that are reconditioned and road-ready now. Cars backed by a 3-year, 36,000-mile, zero-deductible limited warranty. Plus, we work hard to make your financing easy and your payments affordable. Drive today for just $444 down. J.D. Byrider saves you time, money, and stress. Get started at GoJDB.com.
If you are facing a divorce, your case can be personal and sensitive in nature.
The family law team at Carson & Coyle knows the importance of good communication, and we care about our clients.
Whether securing significant assets or protecting your children's best interests, our attorneys handle all aspects of family law.
Our expertise can help settle your case or take it to trial.
For over 50 years, we have built our reputation here in mid-Missouri, with offices in Jefferson City and Columbia to better serve you. At Carson & Coyle, we are dedicated to protecting your legal rights.
Here's a look at what we're following on KMU8 News at 10. In rural Northern California, wildfires have destroyed several buildings and threatened several others in the area.
And parts of Oklahoma have been declared a disaster area after strong storms caused major damage. That's coming up at 10.
Kenton.
All right, taking a look at our day tomorrow as you head out the door for a Monday. You're looking at temperatures right around 68 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, then mainly overcast there by noon, and then we have some more showers and thunderstorms expected tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, but high temperatures only in the middle to lower 80s because of that extra cloud cover and some rainfall. Then the rest of the week, it's really going to warm up. High temperatures reaching into the upper 90s by Thursday. Feeling close, Chris Trevino, to 110
Really?
on Thursday.
Is that all?
That's
One
all.
thing.
That's
I
it.
know. Hopefully there aren't too many sporting events going on.
Well, there'll be a few, but lots of water. Drink a lot of water.
Yeah,
Drink a lot of
spend
water.
plenty of time at the pool, the lake, what have you. Yeah. That's our time for now. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.
On air, online, on Facebook, on Twitter, on the News app, and the Weather app. KOMU 8 News. Coverage you can count on.